This will absolutely destroy the middle class in America. The inflection point, the tipping point is here. Now, as I break this down, remember this is not financial advice. You shouldn't take financial advice from a guy with a beard wearing a scarf with a big necklace. But I am going to present to you the 8 to 9 hours a day of research I've done for years since I've left banking in 2017. And I'm also going to share with you the facts, figures, numbers, logic, and numbers don't lie. At the end, I'm going to share with you exactly what I'm doing for my paradigm. I don't know if it'll work for you, but it's worked for me and thousands of people. So the first thing we need to focus on is facts, figures, numbers, logic. I'm going to show you a video from a new Coinbase commercial that I can't explain it any better myself. Then I'll give you the numbers. Check it out.
Go to school, take out the loans. Get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans. Get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans. Get a job, pay down the interest on the loans. Start a side hustle just to break even. The system worked for them. Now it's time to build a system that works for us.
Wow. Go to school, get a job, get in debt, pay it off. Did you hear the last one? Go to school, get a job, get debt to pay the interest, to get a side hustle, to do it again. We're at an inflection point. The average American right now retires with $300,000. If you had $1 million of retirement, you had about $40,000 in retirement income. The average American retires with $300,000. Here's another fact. The average American household is $300,000 in debt. So the average American retires with $300,000 and the average household's $300,000 in debt. There's no money in the American system. In the 1980s, specifically around 1989, our national debt was at $3 trillion. In 2023, we now sit at $32 trillion in debt. Listen to this.
The U.S. routinely is spending more than the country and the government is taking in. So we are living beyond our means.
As of this year, the U.S. is already spending more on the interest of its debt than on national defense. And that's not because military spending is decreasing. The reason is because servicing that debt has become so expensive.
As it stands today, the U.S. Treasury Department spends $1.8 billion to pay the interest on our existing debt. By 2033, that number will be closer to $4 billion. The money that we pay every single day to finance our deficit cannot be spent on roads, bridges, or infrastructure, or our children's future. It is just being spent to finance our deficit.
So the money that we earn, the taxes that we pay, is just to pay our interest on the country and the monetary system that they destroyed. So all I'm here to say is I found a different way. It was scary. It was a path less traveled, but I'm so glad I did it. So here's exactly what I did. This is not financial advice. I'm speaking from my current paradigm. Number one is I was introduced to a speculative asset called cryptocurrency 2019 going to 2020. Someone introduced me to XRP. That gave me the bridge into cryptocurrency. Now, I was indoctrinated by people like Jamie Dimon to tell me that cryptocurrency is a fraud and you're a criminal if you use it. I was in banking in 2017. So I believed that cryptocurrency was a fraud, so I had a deep subconscious mind programming around it. I just followed and parroted information that the leader said, because that's what we do in America, right? We don't get to origin. We don't study where religion came from. We don't study where the rules came from and who's making the rules to benefit who. So I decided to make it my mission in 2019 going into 2020 when I lost everything for the third time to understand the origin of everything. I started investing in a speculative asset called cryptocurrency. I followed Gary Vay's strategy and I started flipping things and making money out of nothing. Free things off Facebook Marketplace, and I put it into a speculative asset called cryptocurrency. And I was able to hit some massive parabolic moves in crypto, which you're about to go through in 2024. So I was able to take a couple $1,000s, turn it into 10, then turn it into 6 figures pretty quickly. But I had some wise counsel. The person laughed at me when I said crypto's gonna be my retirement. And they said, crypto's not your retirement, that's a speculative asset. They said, never mix your investments with your retirement. Well, that didn't make sense to me because isn't a 401k an investment? A 401k is the worst investment in the world. It is not a retirement. A 401k was the greatest thing ever invented so the company could pass the risk on to you, number one, and they could be incentivized to put your money back into Wall Street. How many people do you know that retire wealthy with a 401k if $300,000 is the average retirement income? Wake up. Oh, and then everybody's like, well, what about a Roth IRA? If you make over $250,000, which I do, I can't even get a Roth IRA. So the wealthy people aren't using 401ks or Roth IRAs. So I was like, well, if crypto is a speculative asset, then what does that mean? He said, crypto is the ability in these boom and bust cycles to make a large amount of money in a short amount of time, not get rich quick. Because if you have that mentality, you're going to go broke, just like a lottery winner, just like a pro athlete that makes a lot of money that's never had wealth. So I said, okay, let me start studying the wealthy. So I ran into insuring my wealth. So I started insuring my wealth 3 years ago in Index Universal Life, tax code 7702. There's tax code 401k, which keeps you poor, and there's tax code 7702, that is the power of compounding, leveraging, living benefits, and generational wealth, and borrowing tax-free. So I started to insure my wealth, and then I got out of the indoctrination system. Most entrepreneurs that start a company to free themselves and just buy another job. I scaled myself up to run my companies versus being in my companies. And I've used business, social media, technology, information, and attention to build equity in multiple companies across different sectors to increase my earned income every quarter. Now, as my money goes up, I don't buy Lambos and houses and all this stuff, all these things these guys are showing you. I take the money, the earned income, and I invest it into assets. And until my assets are overflowing so much and I'm at a certain net worth, I will not buy that shit to impress people I don't even like. I also have diversified into silver for barterability. Not a lot of silver, but I'll be going into gold because I'm just going to follow what the wealthy people do. And next, I'm going into real estate. Went from broke on my parents' couch 4 years ago to a really nice single family home. And I see the benefits of the interest off of my taxes, the interest spent or liability. And my earned income has increased from broke on my parents' couch to I should hit top 1% of earners in the United States this year. Built a 7-figure ecosystem with my businesses. So my taxes have changed quite a bit. So real estate, I'm going to surround myself with experts. I'm not interested in real estate, but I need it for tax liabilities. So that's my whole ecosystem. So when crypto goes parabolic, if you're still paying attention, I'll be exiting when you're coming in because somebody has to be the exit liquidity for these institutions that launch the ETFs. This is going to go up hard. It's going to go up fast. And they are going to pull profits. So as you're coming in, I'm pulling profits on the way up as it goes to its all-time high. Because when it hits its all-time high, the exchanges magically shut down because they're being liquidated. And they'll shut them down long enough so you come collapsing down the back end and you go into fear mode and you don't want to panic sell, so you just hold, hoping that it's going to go back up. And then you go into depression for the next 4-year cycle. So when I pull, you saw the pattern. Securing an Index Universal Life max funding policies. I'll be getting into real estate, more real estate. I'll be getting more precious metals, and I'll be continuing to expand my depth and breadth in business because I love business. It's my favorite thing. So that's my exact plan. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Tons of free content in my bio. And as we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go. Remember, I will never proactively DM you. Those are all scammers. That is not me asking about your portfolio. Never send anybody money pretending to be me. I have tons of free resources in my bio. You can set up a free consultation with my Index Universal Life team, my licensed insurance team. I'm a licensed insurance agent. I have licensed insurance agents in all 50 states to support you with questions. Number 2, I have a 16-page guide. It's completely free. No hoops to jump through. Put your email. It'll be in your inbox. Check your junk box. And lastly, everything we do is always free to begin. 7 days for free in my Education Academy, which is my Warrior Academy. Try it before you buy it. And then Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. It is not an investment. It is a crypto tracker, so you can create an exit plan. Again, 30 days for free. Try it before you buy it. Everything I talk about is something I own. I'm not sponsored by any company. I'm not paid by any company because I want to control my own information, my own free speech, and I want to embody my own truth. So every business that I've created is coming from my paradigm and who I truly am. I love you guys.